Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry for Raheem Mostert. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. To throw is Newton. And they'll get this on the screen. Mostert. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
A gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard
line. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 30.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 27. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. After the run, Newton going to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
At the 40-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
the gun on third down. Goff. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw. That one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will take over at the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the.
And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
At the 20-yard
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Hodges. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So from From one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last night didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Gurley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
The ball carrier.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Hodges here on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. I think you've got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Lock. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A throw complete to Dorsett, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On first down, Lock. That's complete to John Ross. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Flush to his right. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the end. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Richie James there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Niners 14. Rams.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. James now to return it. $13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. This one complete to Troy Fumagalli. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. To throw it is Lock. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Sliding out of the pocket. He'll try and run it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. From midfield, here's Locke. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Philip Dorsett, 50 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And it's up and good. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
41-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Hodges. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's 3rd and short.
Down. And 1 yard to go.
From the gun, it's Hodges. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
A final shot before half for Locke. And his throw here is incomplete. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, L.A.
On the carry.
Todd Gurley, 75 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Pirine. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From just shy of midfield, Locke, catch is made by Hurd. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
The 45-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke escaping the pressure right. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Gurley again here on 1st down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to...
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
The score, Niners 21, Rams 14.
This game back with it, a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
1-yard line.
play fake, and here's Locke. Hits his running back, Pirine. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
10 at the 30-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Now a carry for Pirine. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. Brings up third down.
Locke going to try and throw on third down. Got an open man. It's Fumagalli. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the Niners are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll go to Pirine, trying to pound it in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Defensively, they rally the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. That's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, third quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. And here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
Robbie Gould on for the field goal. A 19-yard attempt.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
On first down, here's Hodges. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
To throw again. Hodges. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
I had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one.
Touchdown, 49ers! Troy Fumagalli, 30 yards. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
The kick is good.
They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this showing really not a good one on either side of the ball, but still 3 more preseason games to follow and a lot to play for here for the guys on the field now as they're hoping to secure that roster spot. That's good for 28 yards.
First down, Rams.
From the gun, Hodges. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The Rams on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
And 10 yards.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they scored a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Throwing after the interception. Hodges, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Darrell Henderson, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Operating from the gun, Hodges. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Intercepted. The Niners take over first and
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Locke going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charlie Warner, the tight end, the intended target. And it's third down.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good. Even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense, they actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well, I think Lady Luck was on his side.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, now this from 43. The kick by Gold is good. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Hodges. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
1st down, Rams.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now P-Ryan. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Throwing now, Hodges on 1st down. That's caught by Jackson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, Hodges. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
tonight's final score,
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong, whatever you call